You are listening to Studio MacGyver's Dragon Ball and Video Game Podcast.
For someone who doesn't speak pain, you sound very fluent.
I'm back. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Studio MacGyver, and this is Studio MacGyver's Dragon Ball and Video Game Podcast. I just finished episode number 90, and I was quite impressed. Gohan is turning out to be a real firecracker. Yeah. I'm going to get into some stuff here in this episode, and I've spoke about it before, and I'm going to speak about it again. I'm going to try to get a little bit more in depth. I'm not sure if that's even possible, but I'm going to try. It's about a character that I am very fond of. You guys who listen to my show know who this is, but for those that don't, he goes by the name of Tien, or some call him Tien Shinhan, as they do in Japan. But anyway, let's get to the episode real quick before I begin on that. The episode was very nice. It was basically, I call it, a practice match, and then there was a test of power, if you will. Gohan has been training and trying to ascend his mystic form, and he wants to be as strong as he can be. He's actually gotten very serious about getting stronger and about training. So him and Piccolo have been doing some work, and a short amount of time that they've had, he's really come a long way. So Gohan basically wants to test out what he's learned. So basically what you have is you have a practice match between Gohan and Piccolo versus Tien Shinhan and Goku. I find it funny that before the match starts, Tien turns to Goku and says, now remember, Goku, this is just a practice match. So, we're not going to go all out because we don't want to hurt him. And then Goku turns to Tien and says, I think that might have to be the other way around, and hope that they don't hurt us. I kind of read into that. I don't know if I overread into it or not, but, I'll get into that later as well. But anyway, they face off, and Gohan is dynamite. Tien, as you might expect, didn't really do too much. Now, I don't know if that was partially him holding back some or what. Same thing I had an issue with in the last episode when he went up against Master Roshi, who was possessed at the time. But that's another topic. Actually, it's a topic for this episode, and we're going to get into it. But they ended up fighting 2-on-2, and basically, I'm not going to say it was a draw, but they basically saw what Gohan was made of and saw he was for real. So then Gohan asks his dad hey, can we go 1-on-1? Tien is basically trying to, dust it off and tell him, look, we've seen enough. We know how strong you are, save it for the tournament. But, of course, Goku doesn't listen. They go 1-on-1, head up. It gets very, very crucial. And the fight ended with Gohan giving everything he had and passing out, and Goku actually had to go Super Saiyan God to handle Gohan. And after the fight was over, Gohan kind of passed out from exhaustion. And Goku was basically super pleased with what he saw. So pleased enough to where he actually named Gohan the leader of the Universe 7 team. So Gohan is now the official leader of the Universe 7 team. And that is how it is going to be going forward. Like I said, episode was nice, displayed what Gohan has been going through. And I think that Gohan and Piccolo together, they have some things that up their sleeve that they're going to be displaying here in this tournament. They work really good together. They're like father and son. I mean, Piccolo's like a second father to Gohan. So, I mean, it's only natural that they would mesh well together, as a team. So no surprise there. But on another note, the tournament is right around the corner. We've got about 4 hours and 30 minutes left. But in Dragon Ball years, that's quite some time. There's probably another, I don't know, it could be another 4 or 5 episodes, easy. I guess we'll see when we get there. But this is what I wanted to talk about. No disrespect to Gohan and the other fighters. And I know I keep harping on this. I know it seems like I might be bitching, about this a little too much sometimes. But you know what? I don't give a damn. I just feel that when it comes to Tien, who is, like I said, one of my favorites, I just feel that he's just not getting what he deserves as far as praise, as far as, how he's being written into, this new arc. Now, look, maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit here and Toriyama could have something hidden up his sleeves, and it has yet to be seen in this tournament. I don't know. I'm just talking strictly on what I have seen up until this point. That is it. But what I have seen up until this point, in my opinion, and I've, heard from some other Tien fans out there that, he's not getting his just due. He's not getting what he should be getting. Okay. And I'm going to give you an example. I'm not just going to talk shit and not back up, what I'm talking about here. All right. I'm going to keep it real. If you guys agree, just throw this in here real quick. If you guys agree with what I'm about to say or what I've said, hey, go hit me up on Twitter at Studio MacGyver and do the hashtag Tien fans stand up. Okay. Hashtag Tien fans stand up. If you agree. Okay. Or if you don't agree, you can say, hey, I don't agree, or whatever you want to say. But make sure you put the hashtag Tien fans stand up. But anyway, let me back up my point. Yeah, I had to pause for a minute because it's been weighing heavily on my mind, especially these last 2 episodes. Okay. Now, Tien is a master. Okay. He's got his own students. He was a master, in my opinion, way before that. But okay, we all know now he has his own dojo, his own students and whatnot. Okay, here's some things that kind of rub me the wrong way from a writing standpoint. And keep in mind, I'm talking about all the way I'm going all the way back to Dragon Ball. Okay, this is very important. All Dragon Ball fans know what I'm talking about. Okay. The new technique that he has learned, or for those who don't know or are not familiar with Dragon Ball, when he basically grew those extra arms out of his back, that transformation, that's an old transformation. Okay. He was doing that back in Dragon Ball. He was doing that when Goku was a kid. Okay. That's old. Okay. So that's one thing that rubbed me the wrong way when I first saw that. I was like, okay, cool. I do love that transformation. Don't get me wrong, but it's an old transformation. Okay, that's something he already knew. So I don't understand that one. On top of that, when Goku goes to see Krillin has this new technique that he has learned, and guess what the technique is? Huh? Can you guess? It's just a souped up version of the solar flare. Okay? Whose move is the solar flare? Who does the solar flare belong to? Who created that technique? I'll wait. Yes, Tien. That's his technique. So what you mean to tell me is you're going to give another fighter somebody's technique and have them basically make it better, and it's not even his technique. I'm thinking Krillin's going to come up with a new destructo disc, or something like that. You know what I mean? Something that was his. They've been taking from Tien from a very long time, my friends. Yes, they have. The solar flare, Tien's. The multiform technique, Tien's. Okay? Stop it with the madness. Okay? That's another point. Okay? If you're a Tien fan, you got to be a little upset about this or where this is going. You're going to just steal his moves, and then every other character up until this point that Goku has revisited, everybody else who's joining the team of Universe 7 has had a chance to shine in some shape, form, or fashion. Okay? That has not been the case with Tien. Tien is the only character that has not really gotten his shine on. Okay? You let Master Roshi handle you. Or I'm sorry, you write in the script that Master Roshi is going to handle Tien. Okay, well, we all know that Tien can beat Master Roshi. He's better than Master Roshi. Okay? We all know this. If you don't, watch Dragon Ball. Okay? But like I said, some of these things just rub me the wrong way. And I don't know what else to say about it. And we're talking about a character here who is always training, who's never stopped training. He even says it when Goku goes to visit him at his dojo. He says, "Oh, you're still training?" Tien says, "Of course. One who studies martial arts always studies martial arts. It's what I do. I'm always training. I'm always trying to make myself better." He's been doing that since the beginning. And you mean to tell me all he's come up with is an old technique, an old transformation that he's done when he was in Dragon Ball? I mean, give me something. Give me, a new tri-beam. Tell me you've mastered, that, so it doesn't drain your life force. That's something that's more believable, something that I would think that, you guys would write, in the script for him. Something like that. We also have his third eye. Okay. His third eye was another gift that he has, where basically whatever he sees with that third eye, he can duplicate it. Okay. He learned how to do the Kamehameha just by watching it. No one else can say they've done that. So you mean to tell me that technique right there alone trumps a lot of shit. A lot of shit, guys. Okay. It's just very frustrating from the outside looking in right now. What's being done, with his character right now. And like I said, I hope that they turn this around, and I hope that, I hope things change. I really do. Because evidently he's good enough to be one of the 7 strongest warriors. So he is considered still one of the strongest. So if that's the case, then, show me why. I know why, but I want to see what you guys have written. So I want to know. I want to see it. That's all I'm trying to say here, guys. And I'm talking to the writers. I'm talking to Toriyama. I love you, man. But, come on. Let's go. And I'm going to leave that Tien rant alone now. I've beat it to death, and it's just a passionate Tien fan, and I'm just, as I'm looking at my statues now, my Tien Shinhan statues, I had to go and put my opinion out there for my boy. All right, because if I don't, who else will, right? All right, let's get to another subject, shall we? When I was a kid, I was, like I said, a major Dragon Ball fan. I'm still a major Dragon Ball fan now. But when I was younger, I always wondered what would happen if they made a Dragon Ball game that was kind of like Street Fighter, 2D sprites for graphics. And what if they made a game like that? A 2D fighter with Dragon Ball characters, right? That would be cool, right? Actually, I was wondering how that would pan out. And hey guys, I got a little surprise for you if you don't know about this game. I'm kind of mad at myself. I feel kind of dumb for not knowing who these guys are and knowing that this game was out here for this long. That game is called Hyper Dragonball Z. It's a free-to-play game, free to download. It's made by fans for fans. That's the best part, man. Okay, it's just a small team of these guys who basically created this game from fucking scratch. And it's fucking awesome. It's great. This game, okay, I just recently downloaded it. Now I've seen videos of it. Okay. But for whatever reason, I just hadn't had a chance to get my hands on it and download it or whatever. But anyway, finally got the game, finally downloaded it, man. And they just put out a new update not too long ago, maybe about a month ago, 4 or 5 weeks ago. And it is amazing. I'm in love with this fucking game, guys. There's not a lot of characters right now. I mean, they started with way less from what I heard. But right now it's got about 9 characters. Let's see. Let me think. We have Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Frieza, Babidi. Who else? Who else? We got Majin version Vegeta, and we've got Super Saiyan version Goku as well. I want to say I'm missing somebody. I know there's like 9 characters on there. Anyway, the game is fantastic, guys. I'm talking about on point combos, all of that. Okay. And the love that they put into this game, as far as the details or whatnot, mind blowing. Okay. This game here, out of all the Dragon Ball games that I have, and in my ranking system, this is number 2 all time on my list. Only to Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Okay. That's, in my opinion, that's like the holy grail of the games. But this is at a close second. And really, the only reason I say that is because it's only got a handful of characters right now. But this is an ongoing game. These guys, the company, they call themselves, I want to say, don't let me get it wrong. Let me make sure that I get it right, because I do not want to get this wrong. This group, first of all, I got the character list here. Let me name these real quick. You got Goku, you got Super Saiyan Goku, you got Vegeta, you got Majin Vegeta, Gohan, Frieza, Piccolo, can't believe it. You got the Farmer, you got Mr. Satan, you got Sabin Men, and you got Babidi. These are the characters. Okay. The team who is responsible for making this, they go by Team Z2. Okay. Team Z2. Google them. They have a Twitter. They have Facebook. Check these guys out. You can actually download the game on their Facebook page. Okay. These guys are the shit. And they are ongoing. They're continuing to make this game. They say that they're gonna continually add characters over time, and keep in mind they're doing this in their spare time. For somebody who does this in their spare time, man, it's very professionally made. The combo system, everything, the setup, it's beautiful, man. You guys have to check it out. Watch videos, do whatever you have to do. But it's quickly becoming, look, a couple years from now, it could be tied up there with Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Okay? It's really close right now. And they are actually in the works. They have a new update coming out this year, and it has 4 new characters. And guess what, guys? You guys know I love Tien, right? Okay, he's one of my favorites. He's going to be one of the characters they're adding in the game, because somebody apparently feels the same way I do about Tien Shinhan in their clique, in their team. Because, I mean, he has one of the most unique movesets. You know, his moves are completely different. They're original. So much so they're being stolen by his squad, by his teammates. They're using his shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's only right that you put that 3-eyed silent warrior in the game. But he's going to be available. Android 18 is going to be available. Also, they're adding Super Boo and Gotenks. So these are the 4 characters that are coming soon, coming this year, 2017, baby. So let's get your popcorn ready. But I urge everybody to check this game out now. It's available. It's free. Best of all. Yeah, man, I'm having a ball playing it. I mean, love it. I've been playing a lot of my PC games a lot more recently, especially my vintage stuff, you know, my emulators and stuff, man. Really getting into those. But Hyper Dragonball Z is the truth. You guys need to check it out. Brilliant game. And I'm loving what they're doing. You can also help these guys out. And I think they have a Patreon page. They do, actually. And you can support them and, you know, help them so that they can continue to do this and add more characters over time. You feel me? So let's make that a reality for these guys. I hope one day I could get these guys on the show, at least somebody from the team, and talk with them and pick their brain on the whole game. So yeah, I just thought I had to add that, guys. That's what I've been playing lately, as of late. Let's see what else. Well, you got the Surge coming out in a couple days. Thinking about grabbing that. And then you got Injustice 2. So I will touch base with you guys on a later date on those. Like I said, I haven't had a whole lot of time to do anything myself. I've been working mad hours at work, like 58, 60 hours. So I haven't time to barely wash my butt. But I always have time to watch Dragon Ball, and I always have time for my podcast, baby. So if you guys want to leave a comment, if you have a question for me, anything, you can get at me at Studio MacGyver on Twitter, or you can email me even. That's Studio MacGyver Music with a K at yahoo.com. That's going to be my show today, guys. I just want to thank you guys for listening and bearing with me, listening to me bitch about my boy Tien once again. And my boy Vegeta too, man, because he's been kind of sitting out, you know, babysitting. So hopefully that doesn't affect his fighting ability too much when the tournament starts. But on that note, guys, you have been listening to Studio MacGyver's Dragon Ball and Video Game Podcast. See you next time.